Hello students, welcome to our fourth week of the service advising class. I want to just do a quick review. We talked about the regulating agency in California, the Bureau of Automotive Repair. We're going to go a little bit deeper into what they ask us to do in the coming weeks. And we learned that both consumers and shops have responsibilities, which I think is surprising to some. As a car owner, there are things that you can do to help yourself and to provide better service. I want to clarify teardown estimates. There seems to have been some confusion. There are times when a shop needs to take a car apart in order to diagnose it properly. In that case, the shop must give the customer a price for what that's going to cost, not only the taking it apart, but the putting it back together after we know what's wrong. I don't think it's done very often that way, though if somebody wants to know what's wrong and is willing to pay for it, that's how it's done. So what you get is your car back just as you brought it, but now you know what's wrong. Most of the time what happens is that the car comes apart, we find out what's wrong, we tell the customer, explain what that is, what it's going to cost to fix it, and the customer says, please go ahead. That's a lot better for the customer, and it's actually better for the shop as well. One word about announcements. I am hoping that you check the announcements regularly, if not daily. I don't always, every single day, make an announcement, but I do frequently make announcements, and they're usually giving you information that is important. Last week I provided the answers basically to one of the assignments and asked students to tell me that they had seen them. Very few of you did that, so either you saw them and decided not to tell me, or you didn't see them. I don't know which. But I would really encourage you to look at announcements, and when I ask for feedback, please give it to me. That's one of the ways we can talk to each other in this strange time that we're living in. About discussions, there have been some really great comments. They are always due on Friday night. I would encourage everyone to get in early on these discussions. There's a lot of reasons to do that. One of them is that I'm checking in frequently. I'm responding as much as I can. If you participate in the discussion 10 minutes before midnight on Friday night, there's no opportunity for others to engage with you or to see what you've said. So get in early and keep checking them, because you guys are putting out some really good things, and the discussions are always meant to help you with your assignments. So we had more of a focus last week on the Consumer's Guide to Auto Repair in California, but we also read Write It Right, and we're going to dig deeper into Write It Right this week and going forward. There are responsibilities that the shop has that are very clearly spelled out, and I need you to pay attention to those and to know what they are. This is going to be a large part of what we're doing going forward. Most of what Write It Right is talking about is the documentation. It's how we do the business, but it's also how we document, how we write up what we've done and what the process of car repair is, which starts with the initial estimate. The customer brings the car in, we talk to them, we find out what's on their mind, we listen, which we're going to talk about this week again, and then we provide an initial estimate. The car has not been touched at this point. We have not begun to work on the actual car. We've just talked to the customer, and we have to provide an initial estimate for what it's going to take to look at the car and answer their questions. The next step is the revised estimate. Now we've worked on the car, the tech has gone over it, run its whatever tests are necessary. Now we know what's wrong, or we know what's needed, and we revise the estimate. And that has to be authorized and acknowledged and written down. In the end, we have the final invoice, which includes the initial estimate, it includes the revised estimates, but now it includes what we did to repair the vehicle. So this week, there are 2 PowerPoints. One pretty short one about shop responsibilities, focusing on the legal requirements, which are something we must understand and know about. The second PowerPoint is about active listening, what's called active listening. So some of us think listening is sitting back and let the words wash over us and just listen. But active listening is participating without interfering, showing the customer that we are paying attention, that we're involved, that we're engaged. And how do we do that? So the PowerPoint is called Active Listening. I would encourage everyone to look at both of those before the discussion. It's going to make your contributions better and more helpful to all of us. And then there are 2 assignments which are due on Sunday night. The first one is a question and answer about what active listening means. And the second one is an opportunity for you to practice active listening. It is very important in this case that you read the instructions about what I'm asking you to do on the second assignment. I'm asking you to interview friends, family, coworkers, classmates, and to write about it. So those are the assignments, that's what's happening, but we also have this week quiz number 1. With the assignments, as you know, you can resubmit them. Again, it's a great idea to get in early. If you don't understand, if your score isn't perfect, you can resubmit after you look at my comments. With quizzes, there are questions, multiple choice questions for you to answer, and you get 2 tries. So if you don't like your score after the first try, you get a second try. So that's what I have for you this week. I've been enjoying our class. I think you guys have a lot of great things to say. Keep it coming, and I'll talk to you soon.